My child, you may not realize it yet, but I'm already lifting you higher than you've ever been before. You've felt the heaviness, haven't you? The weight that presses down, the weariness that clings to your soul. There have been days when it felt like you couldn't keep going, when the limits of your strength were reached, when your mind raced with thoughts of giving up. But I want you to know something today that I have been whispering to you all along. Your limits are not the end of your story. In fact, they are merely the beginning of what I will do in and through you. You see, you were never meant to stay within the boundaries of what you can see or understand. The place where you feel most confined is actually where I'm calling you to step out, to trust me in ways that will challenge everything you thought you knew about yourself and about life. There's a limit to what you can do on your own, but there's no limit to what I can do through you. I am lifting you beyond every barrier that has held you back, beyond every lie that has tried to define you. The voices that have told you this is as far as you can go are not the voices of truth. I am the voice of truth, and I say that your potential is limitless when you align yourself with my will. What you have seen as impossible is simply an invitation to trust in the one who holds all things in his hands. You have spent much of your life operating under the illusion of your own limitations. The world tells you what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, and what is beyond your reach. And you've believed it, haven't you? You've accepted the labels that others have placed on you. You've accepted the circumstances that have seemed unchangeable, and you've believed that your current reality is the final word. But I'm here to tell you that the truth is much greater than what you've experienced. My child, I am lifting you beyond your limits, and in doing so, I am inviting you to see the world through my eyes, to live beyond what you thought was possible. You're not bound by the opinions of others. You're not limited by the fears that have tried to paralyze you. You're not held back by the disappointments of your past. Your story is not defined by your failures. I have written a new story for you, a story where limits are shattered and impossible becomes possible. You may not see it yet, but it is unfolding before you, step by step, moment by moment. Every obstacle you face is simply a stepping stone to greater things. Every challenge is an opportunity for you to see my power and my faithfulness in action. You are not moving backward, you are moving forward. You are not stuck. You are in the process of being lifted beyond every limit. Look at how far you have come, my child. Look at all the ways I have already carried you through seasons you thought would break you. I have been lifting you even when you couldn't feel it. Even when you couldn't see the path ahead, I was guiding you. You thought you were stumbling, but you were being held by my hand. Every time you thought you couldn't take another step, I was there, lifting you higher. And I am telling you now, you are just getting started. What I have in store for you is far greater than what you've known before. The limits you once saw are being dissolved, and I am inviting you into a new season of supernatural freedom and expansion. I want you to pause and reflect on this truth for a moment. You are no longer bound by the limitations of your own understanding. You are no longer restricted to the confines of your own strength. My child, the limits that have seemed so real to you are nothing but shadows, fading away in the light of my glory. Your true identity is not found in what you can do on your own. Your true identity is found in who I am and what I am doing in you. I am your strength, your wisdom, your power, your ability. You are not limited by what you see, but by what you choose to believe. And today, I am inviting you to believe bigger, to trust deeper, and to step into the freedom of knowing that with me, all things are possible. Do not let fear hold you back any longer. Do not let the limits of your past stop you from moving forward into all that I have planned for you. The future I have for you is full of limitless possibilities, but you must first embrace the truth that you're being lifted. beyond every limit. Trust me, my child. I am the one who has called you to step out of the familiar, to rise above the fear, to live beyond the boundaries you have known. This is the moment. This is the time. I am lifting you higher, and the best is yet to come. My child, before the world ever told you who you were, before life ever placed limits on your dreams, before fear ever whispered that you were too small or too broken, I had already called you mine. I had already set my affection on you. I had already designed you with intention and purpose. Long before you knew struggle, I knew your strength. Long before you experienced rejection, I established your acceptance. Nothing about your journey has ever been hidden from me. I have been watching over you with a fierce love that never lessens, never diminishes, never fades, no matter how heavy the seasons have been. You need to know today that you are not walking into this new season by accident. I have been preparing you, shaping you, forging you in fires you didn't always understand. When others overlooked you, I saw you. When others moved on, I stayed. When you thought your voice didn't matter, I was recording every word, every sigh, every prayer you prayed through your tears. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten. Every part of you matters to me. Your dreams, your fears, your struggles, your victories. I have held every piece, and I am piecing it all together into something beautiful. I want you to stop seeing yourself through the lens of your limitations. I want you to stop defining yourself by what you feel you lack. You were not created to live trapped by fear, by insecurity, by comparison. You were created to soar on wings like eagles, to run and not grow weary, to walk and not faint. I have placed within you everything you need for this season and for the seasons yet to come. You are more prepared than you realize because my spirit lives within you. You are stronger than you feel because my power is made perfect in your weakness. You are braver than you know because I have called you to walk on waters that others would be too afraid to touch. My child, I'm lifting you not because you have proven yourself worthy, but because I have always seen your worth. You don't have to fight for my approval. You don't have to strive for my acceptance. You already have it. You already carry the mark of my favor. I delight in you, not in some future version of you, but in who you are right now. I see your heart that keeps choosing me even when it's hard. I see your faith that holds on even when it feels small. I see your obedience in the quiet, unseen moments. Those are the things that move my heart. Those are the things that matter more than the performance you think you have to maintain. I'm not measuring your success by the standards of this world. I'm not impressed by titles or platforms. I'm impressed by hearts that stay soft in the fire, by spirits that refuse to quit even when the road gets long. You have that heart. You have that spirit. That is why I am lifting you now, beyond what you thought you were capable of, into places you once thought were unreachable. You ask, Lord, how can I step into this when I feel so unprepared? And I answer, because I am your preparation. You ask, but what if I fail? And I answer, my grace is greater than your failure. You ask, but what if I'm not enough? And I answer, I have always been your enough. My child, I am not sending you out alone. I am sending you with my presence, my authority, my strength. You are not stepping into this new season in your own power. You're stepping into it in mine. There's nothing ordinary about you, even when you feel unseen. There is nothing wasted in your life, even when you don't understand how it all fits. I am a master at taking broken pieces and creating beauty. I'm a master at taking humble beginnings and writing miraculous endings. I'm not limited by your limitations. And because you are mine, neither are you. I'm inviting you to trust me more deeply now. Not just to trust me with your prayers, but to trust me with your steps. Trust me when I say you are ready. Trust me when I say you are enough. Trust me when I open doors you feel unqualified to walk through. Your yes matters more than your qualifications. Your willingness matters more than your confidence. I do not call the equipped. I equip the called. And my child, you are called. Come closer, listen, for my whisper above the noise. Stay rooted in my promises, not in your fears. Stay anchored in my truth, not in your past. I am doing a new thing, and it begins not with your striving, but with your surrender. Let me lift you. Let me carry you beyond every limit you thought would define your life. Let me show you that what feels impossible for man is easy for me. The future ahead of you is not fragile. It is firm because it rests on my word. The doors opening before you are not random. They are divine. The calling on your life is not a dream. It is a reality unfolding under my direction. Trust me, my beloved. Trust the one who has held you through every storm. Trust the one who has never once let go. You are stepping into a season of being lifted higher than you have dared to dream, not because of who you are on your own, but because of who you are in me. Lift your eyes, lift your heart. I am lifting you beyond every limit, and nothing will ever be the same again. My child, I have watched every tear fall. I have seen the moments when you pressed your hands against walls that would not move, when you spoke prayers into the silence and wondered if I was still listening. I was there when you wrestled with disappointment so heavy it felt like it could crush you. I was there when betrayal pierced your heart and when hope seemed to flicker so faintly you almost forgot how to hold on to it. Nothing you have endured has escaped my attention. Not a single cry of your heart has gone unheard. You have asked me, "Why, Lord? Why must it hurt so much?" And I answer you now, my precious one, because growth requires stretching, because deeper roots require breaking the hard ground, because true strength is forged, not in comfort, but in the fire. I did not cause your pain, but I did allow it to touch you for a season, not to destroy you, but to develop you. I have never wasted your suffering. I have never ignored your sorrow. Every moment of pain was an opportunity for me to draw you closer, to deepen your faith, to reveal a strength inside of you that only adversity could awaken. Pain has a way of stripping away illusions. It unmasks the false securities we build. It exposes the idols we trust more than we trust me. It brings to the surface the fears we pretend are not there. And as painful as that is, it is a mercy. For how can I heal wounds you will not acknowledge? How can I free you from chains you do not see? The pain you have walked through has opened your eyes to things you could not see in easier seasons. It has refined your vision, sharpened your discernment, and anchored your heart more firmly in my unshakable love. My child, if you could see what I see, the weight of glory being prepared within you, you would not despise the process. You would not despise the breaking. You would lift your hands, even with trembling, and thank me for trusting you with such sacred work. I have allowed the pressure because you are not called to live an ordinary life. You are called to carry a weight of glory that few are willing to endure the preparation for. I have been expanding your capacity, enlarging your spirit, fortifying your soul to hold what is coming. Every painful stretch was making room for a greater outpouring of my spirit through you. You thought the pain was a sign that something had gone wrong, but it was a sign that something greater was being built. Gold is refined in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Wine is pressed from crushed grapes. Oil is released from broken olives. And so too, the fragrance of your life is being released through the pressing. The anointing you will carry is not cheap. It has been bought with tears, with perseverance, with faith that refused to let go when everything screamed to quit. I know you have questioned the delays. I know you have wondered if the promises were for someone else. But the delays were not denials. They were divine appointments, sacred intervals where I worked things in you that quick victories could never produce. What I am building is not a house that will collapse in the storm. It is a dwelling place that will endure, that will stand as a testimony to generations after you. Your endurance is planting seeds of legacy. Your perseverance is building altars where my glory will come. My son, my daughter, you are not defined by your pain. You are defined by my purpose for you. You are not the sum of what you have suffered. You are the evidence of what it means to be carried by grace. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are seals of survival, markers of territory taken back from the enemy. Every scar tells a story, and your story is one of victory, not victimhood. I know you still carry tenderness in places that once bled. I know memories rise up and try to whisper fear into your future. But hear me. I am not just healing you. I am making you whole. I am not just patching you up. I'm making you new. What the enemy meant for evil, I'm turning for good. What was meant to break you will now become the very foundation under your feet as you rise. Do not be afraid of remembering the journey you have walked. Your memory is not a prison unless you allow it to be. In my hands, your memories become monuments of my faithfulness. In my hands, your past becomes a weapon against the lies of the enemy. In my hands, even your deepest pain becomes a testimony that will unlock freedom for others still caught in their own night. Trust me with your story, my beloved. Trust me with the parts you don't understand. Trust me with the chapters you would rather forget. I redeem it all. I weave it all. I turn mourning into dancing. I turn ashes into beauty. I take what the world says is broken beyond repair and breathe into it new life. You are not finished. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are being lifted beyond the limits that pain tried to set around you. You are being raised into a life that will carry the weight of heaven's purposes. And you, my child, are far more ready than you know. My child, the season of silent waiting is ending. You may not see everything yet, but the shift has already begun. Heaven has moved at my command, and the earth is beginning to respond. You have felt it stirring inside. A new weight, a new sense of urgency, a new kind of hope that you cannot explain. That stirring is not wishful thinking. It is the signal that what I have spoken over your life is awakening. The seeds that were hidden beneath the soil, watered by tears and faith, are breaking through the surface. The promises are not distant anymore. They are rising into view. I am the God who fulfills every word I have spoken. I do not tease my children with dreams I have no intention of fulfilling. Every prayer you have prayed in the secret place, every declaration you have made when no one else was listening, every hope you have carried quietly, I have been faithful to record them all. And now, I am breathing life into what seemed dead. I am calling forth what seemed forgotten. I am orchestrating alignments you could not have planned, even if you tried. What once felt delayed will soon feel sudden. Open your eyes and watch closely, my precious one. Small signs will appear first, moments that seem almost insignificant, but carry deep confirmation. An unexpected conversation that stirs something in your spirit. A door that was closed, suddenly opening without your effort. An opportunity arising from a place you had given up on. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of my faithfulness. I am speaking, I am moving, and I am making a way where there seemed to be no way. The signs will not always come with thunder and lightning. Many times they will be subtle, a peace that settles over you when you make a decision, a divine connection that feels effortless, a clarity that cuts through the confusion. Pay attention to the peace. Pay attention to the ease with which certain paths begin to open. My spirit leads through peace, not through striving. If you feel yourself striving, step back and listen again. I'm not found in the chaos. I'm found in the stillness. My beloved, do not be discouraged if some doors close in this season. Not every open door is my door. Not every opportunity is aligned with your destiny. Some rejections are my protection. Some closed doors are my mercy in disguise. Trust me enough to know that if I close a door, it is because there is a better one prepared for you. Trust me enough to release what does not serve the future I have designed for you. As you move forward, signs of my favor will multiply. Unusual grace will rest on your steps. Where you once fought for every inch, you will now find momentum you cannot explain. Where you once labored with little fruit, you will now see harvests spring forth with surprising speed. The atmosphere around you is changing. What was hard will begin to feel light. What was barren will begin to bear fruit. I am sending people into your life who will recognize the anointing upon you. They will not be intimidated by your calling, but will celebrate it. They will not compete with you, but will partner with you. I am aligning relationships that will strengthen you, encourage you, and sharpen you for the journey ahead. Some will come to mentor you, some will come to walk beside you, and some will come because they need what you carry. Be discerning. Not everyone is assigned to this new season. Some are meant to bless you, and some you are meant to bless. My child, listen carefully. There will be moments when fear will try to creep back in. Fear of failure, fear of stepping out, fear of being seen. In those moments, remember the promises. Remember who sent you. Remember who called you. I am lifting you beyond every limit, and fear has no place where faith is rising. When the signs appear, do not second-guess them because of fear. Move when I say move. Trust when I say trust. Obey even when you do not understand all the details. Your steps are ordered. Your times are in my hands. Your future is secure because it is anchored in my word, and I watch over my word to perform it. The shift you have been praying for is here. The breakthrough you have been standing for is closer than your next breath. I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should change my mind. Have I not spoken it? Will I not bring it to pass? Prepare your heart for change, my child. Prepare your mind for the new. Prepare your spirit for the suddenly. The signs are already around you if you look with eyes of faith. Doors are opening, waters are parting, walls are falling, giants are retreating. What seemed impossible will become your new normal. What once intimidated you will become the ground you claim for my glory. Celebrate the small beginnings. Celebrate the first signs of rain before the flood. Celebrate the whisper before the shout. I always start small before I move big. I always prepare the heart before I move the mountain. Trust my timing. Trust my way. Trust my signs. I'm lifting you beyond every limit. I'm opening paths that no man can close. I'm fulfilling promises that generations before you only dreamed of. And I'm doing it not because you earned it, but because you believed. Because you stayed when it was hard. Because you trusted when it didn't make sense. Because you chose me, even when it cost you. Watch closely, my child. The signs are here, the shift is here, the season is changing, and the best is yet to come. My child, as the doors open and the promises begin to manifest, it is vital that you understand how to walk in this new place. This season will not be sustained by your strength, your strategies, or your efforts alone. It will be sustained by your faith, a faith not built on emotions or circumstances, but rooted deeply in who I am. You are stepping into a space where dependence on me must become your daily posture, where trust must guide every move, where obedience must be quicker than understanding. Each day, before you step into the tasks and demands before you, come to me first. Bring your heart, bring your questions, bring your plans, and lay them before me. Let me speak into your day before anyone else does. Let my voice be the one that orders your steps and sets the tone for everything that follows. You will need my perspective more than ever. You will need my wisdom to discern the difference between the good and the best, between distraction and destiny. I'm inviting you to live in a rhythm of listening and obeying, not rushing ahead when you feel excitement, not dragging behind when fear whispers. Sensitivity to my spirit will be your greatest safeguard. I will prompt you when to move and when to wait, when to speak and when to stay silent, when to step forward boldly and when to pause in quiet trust. Learning to recognize the flow of my spirit in your life will turn confusion into clarity and fear into faith. Practice obedience in the small things, my beloved, for it is in the small obediences that great victories are born. If I nudge you to speak a word of encouragement, do it. If I lead you to pause and pray instead of act, obey. If I call you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, trust that I have already gone before you. Small steps of faith create momentum that carries you into larger moves of destiny. Do not wait until you feel completely ready. You will rarely feel fully prepared in the natural. Trust that I prepare those I call as they walk in obedience. Stay anchored in my word. Let Scripture be your daily bread, your source of truth when opinions swirl around you, when emotions rise, when uncertainty knocks. My word is your steady ground. It is your shield and your sword. Meditate on my promises. Declare my truth over your circumstances. Speak life into the spaces where fear tries to grow. When you align your mouth with my word, you release power into your environment. Guard your heart with vigilance. As I lift you higher, there will be voices, both internal and external, that try to reintroduce fear, doubt, and unworthiness. Some will question your qualifications. Some will try to sow seeds of jealousy, insecurity, or comparison. Do not let their words define you. Do not let their doubts become your reality. Anchor yourself in what I have said about you. Rehearse my faithfulness instead of rehearsing your fears. Choose gratitude daily. Choose praise even when you don't see the full picture yet. Worship is your weapon, and thanksgiving is your key to maintaining perspective. Move forward in humility. Understand that favor is a gift, not a reward for your perfection. Carry success lightly, always remembering that the same God who opened the door is the one who sustains it. Let gratitude keep your heart tender and your vision clear. Celebrate what I am doing, but stay desperate for my presence more than for the promotion. Your relationship with me is your greatest treasure. Never let the gifts become bigger in your eyes than the giver. Be intentional in the relationships you nurture in this season. Surround yourself with those who strengthen your faith, who call you higher, who celebrate your growth without competition. You need voices of truth around you. Those who remind you who you are in me when the pressures of new territory threaten to confuse you. Choose wisely who you allow close to your heart. Not everyone who claps for you is assigned to walk with you. Discern by the fruit, not just by the words. Learn to rest in me even when the pace quickens. Rest is not inactivity, it is active trust. It is the deep confidence that my hand is on your life, that you do not have to strive to hold together what I have set into motion. There will be seasons of acceleration where opportunities come quickly. Guard against the temptation to hustle in your own strength. Stay in step with me. Move with my rhythm. When I say pause, pause. When I say run, run. Let me set the pace. Expect challenges. Promised lands come with giants. New levels come with new battles, but you are not facing them alone. you are not entering this season unarmed. I have equipped you with my word, my spirit, my presence. Face each challenge with the confidence that I have already secured the victory. Fight from a place of rest, not of panic. Declare my promises louder than your fears. Stand firm in the authority I have given you. Finally, my beloved, never forget that your greatest calling is not just to build or achieve, it is to abide. Abide in me. Stay connected to my heart above all else. Let everything you do flow from the place of intimacy with me. This is where your power is. This is where your peace is. This is where you will be refreshed again and again. You are stepping into a season of fulfillment, but how you walk through it matters. Stay rooted, stay responsive, stay surrendered. The same faith that brought you to this door will carry you through it and beyond. I'm lifting you beyond every limit, and I'm walking every step with you. My child, hear me clearly. You are not who the world said you were. You are not the sum of your mistakes, your missed opportunities, or your failures. You are not defined by the labels others placed on you in moments of misunderstanding or cruelty. You are not trapped by the shame that has tried to cling to you like a second skin. You are mine. That is your identity. That has always been your truth, whether you recognized it or not. Before anyone ever spoke a word about you, I spoke first. I called you loved. I called you chosen. I called you set apart. I called you powerful in me. Nothing you have been through has changed my mind about you. Not your worst day, not your darkest night, not your deepest regret. My love for you has never fluctuated. It is not based on your performance. It is anchored in who I am, and I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. You have carried wounds, some so deep that you learned to live around them, thinking healing was impossible. You have hidden parts of yourself, believing the lie that if people really knew you, they would turn away. You have built walls, not because you are hard, but because you are trying to survive. But I'm coming now, not to expose you, but to restore you. I'm coming to speak to the places in you that have forgotten how to hope. I'm coming to breathe life into the dreams you thought were too broken to resurrect. I see you, my precious one. I see the courage it has taken just to keep moving. I see the battles no one else knows you fought. I see the weight you have carried in silence. And I say to you now, you are stronger than you feel. You are braver than you believe. You are more deeply loved than you have dared to imagine. You are not too damaged to be used. You are not too far gone to be redeemed. You are exactly the kind of heart I delight to work through. A heart that, even bruised, still beats with a desire for me. Let me reframe your vision of yourself. Let me tear down the mirrors that show only brokenness and distortion. Look into my eyes and see the truth reflected there. You are radiant. You are victorious. You are capable. You are called. You are clothed in strength and dignity. And you laugh without fear of the future because your future is secured in me. Your identity is not fragile. It is not at the mercy of opinions or circumstances. It is rooted in my unchanging word. You are my child, bought with the highest price, filled with my spirit, destined for glory. You are an ambassador of my kingdom. You carry the authority of heaven because you carry my name. Break agreement with every lie you have believed. The lies that said you are too weak, too small, too late, too broken. Those voices were never from me. They were sent to distract you, to discourage you, to derail the call on your life. But they hold no power unless you give it to them. Today, I am giving you the strength to silence them once and for all. You were not created to live beneath your calling. You were not created to shrink back in fear. You were not created to merely survive. You were created to thrive, to flourish, to expand, to take territory for my kingdom. You are not an accident. You are not here by mistake. You were woven together with purpose, designed with destiny etched into your very being. My child, lift your head, straighten your shoulders. You are royalty. You are a warrior. You are a builder of hope and a breaker of chains. You are an atmosphere changer, a light bearer, a voice of truth in a world desperate for real answers. The enemy has tried to silence you because he fears the sound of your voice when it is aligned with mine. He has tried to confuse your identity because he knows that when you fully embrace who you are in me, you become unstoppable. I am not waiting for you to become someone else before I use you. I am not asking you to fix yourself before I fill you. I am calling you now, as you are, because I see the fullness of who you already are in me. I see the gold hidden beneath the dust. I see the treasure hidden in earthen vessels, and I am drawing it out even now. Let me heal what was broken. Let me restore what was stolen. Let me rebuild what was torn down. You're not too far. You're not too late. Your identity is secure. Your future is bright. Your best days are not behind you. They are ahead of you. Walk forward not in the shadow of your past, but in the light of your destiny. Walk forward clothed in the identity I gave you before time began. Walk forward knowing that you are exactly who I say you are, nothing less, and so much more than you have dared to believe. You are mine. You are loved. You are chosen. And you are ready. My child, as you move into this new season of lifting, of restoration, and of walking beyond every limit, it is crucial that you remain deeply anchored in me. The heights to which I am taking you require deeper roots. Favor without foundation leads to collapse. But when you build on my word, on my presence, on constant communion with me, you will not be shaken no matter what winds try to blow against you. First, guard your time with me as your highest priority. Before you answer to any demand, before you respond to any opportunity, meet with me. Let our time together not be an obligation, but a refuge, a fountain of life that refreshes you daily. Come without pretense. Come without performance. You do not need eloquent words to reach me. You only need an open heart. Speak to me honestly, simply, directly. Tell me your fears, your hopes, your questions, your gratitude. I already know, but I love to hear it from your lips. Prayer is not a ritual to be performed. It is a relationship to be lived. Anchor yourself in my word. Let it not be a book you visit occasionally, but the very bread you eat every day. My words are not stale lessons from the past. They are living, breathing truths that will speak directly into your present. My word will be your compass when the road twists unexpectedly. It will be your anchor when storms rise without warning. It will be your sword when battles try to intimidate you. Memorize it. Meditate on it. Declare it aloud over your life. Build your inner world on it, so that when the outside world shakes, your spirit stands firm and unafraid. Let worship be your weapon, not just the songs you sing, but the posture of your heart. Worship shifts atmospheres. It breaks chains you cannot see. It releases breakthrough in places your hands cannot reach. Worship when you feel strong and when you feel weak. Worship when the promise is clear and when it feels far away. Worship because I am good, not because circumstances are easy. The more you lift your voice in worship, the more your spirit will rise above the noise of fear and doubt. Pay attention to the attitude of your heart. Gratitude must be your daily practice. Every day find reasons to thank me, not just for the major breakthroughs, but for the breath in your lungs, the strength in your bones, the unseen ways I protected you while you slept. Gratitude keeps your spirit clean. It protects you from bitterness when the journey stretches longer than expected. It guards you against the subtle temptation of entitlement. A thankful heart sees my hand even when my face seems hidden. A thankful heart remembers that every good and perfect gift comes from me. Be mindful of your thought life. Your mind is a battlefield, and every thought matters. Take captive the thoughts that lead to fear, shame, comparison, or defeat. Refuse to dwell on what is not aligned with my truth. If a thought leads you away from hope, it is not from me. Replace it with what I have said. Replace it with my promises. Your mind can either be a breeding ground for faith or a playground for fear. Choose carefully what you allow to take root. Stay humble as I lift you higher. Success will test your heart more than struggle ever did. Remember always that every opportunity, every victory, every open door is a testimony of my grace, not a badge of human achievement. Walk low, even as I lift you high. Serve even as you lead. Listen even as you speak. The greatest in my kingdom are not those who sit on thrones, but those who kneel in service. Keep your heart pure, your motives clean, your eyes on me. Surround yourself with truth-tellers. Build relationships with those who will remind you who you are when you forget, who will call you higher when you grow complacent, who will pray with you when the battles get fierce. Do not isolate yourself. The enemy loves to pick off those who walk alone. Community is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Choose wisely who you allow close to your spirit. Not everyone can steward the depths of your calling. Trust me to send the right people and be brave enough to release those who are no longer aligned with the journey ahead. Be sensitive to the leading of my spirit. Sometimes I will lead you in ways that make little sense to the world. Sometimes I will call you to step out before all the details are clear. Trust that I am guiding you, even when the path feels unfamiliar. Sensitivity is cultivated in stillness, in obedience, in surrender. Do not rush. Do not lean on your own understanding. Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will make your paths straight. Finally, rest. Rest not because everything is finished, but because I am enough. Rest because your worth is not in what you accomplish, but in who you belong to. Rest because striving will only exhaust you, but abiding will empower you. I do not call you to burn out. I call you to burn brightly with my spirit fueling your flame. This is how you will walk beyond your limits, not by trying harder, but by trusting deeper, not by doing more, but by staying closer. I am lifting you, my child, and I will sustain you as you rise. My child, hear the word I am speaking over you now. The shift you have been sensing is not coming. It has already begun. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are standing in the very middle of it. You have crossed the invisible threshold where the old season ends and the new begins. You have crossed from preparation into fulfillment, from waiting into walking, from surviving into thriving. Everything around you is being reordered, not by your striving, but by my sovereign hand. The prayers you thought were delayed were not ignored. They were gathered. They were stored up until the fullness of time, and now the bowls of intercession are tipping. Answers are being released. Breakthroughs are being birthed. Suddenly, moments are being activated over your life. Expect sudden shifts. Expect doors to open without warning. Expect opportunities to arise that bypass natural explanations. Where you have seen walls, you will now see open gates. Where you have seen deserts, you will now see rivers. Do not be surprised by the speed of change. You have been conditioned to expect slow progress because of the battles of the past, but I am moving with acceleration now. What once took years will happen in months. What once seemed impossible will now happen naturally. It will not be by your might, not by your power, but by my spirit. You have stewarded the hidden seasons well. You have remained faithful when no one else saw. You have trusted me when the promise was nothing more than a whisper in the dark. And now, I am honoring your faithfulness with fulfillment. I'm aligning people to bless you, to support you, to open doors that were previously closed. I'm shifting relationships, positioning the right voices around you for this next phase. Some alignments will be new, some will be sudden reconnections that you thought were lost. Trust the alignments. Trust the shifts. I am orchestrating divine movements in your favor. Do not cling to what I am removing. Let go of what was seasonal, so you can fully embrace what is eternal. My precious one, the battles you fought in the secret place are producing public victories now. What was once private warfare is about to become public testimony. Those who saw you struggle will see you rise. Those who doubted you will marvel at what I do through you. But remember this, the story is not about your greatness. It is about my glory. Stay humble. Stay yielded. Stay dependent. For as quickly as I elevate, I also call you deeper. Promotion in my kingdom always leads to greater surrender. Listen carefully. The territory I am giving you will come with responsibility. New levels bring new battles, but also new authority. You're not stepping into this new season empty-handed. You are carrying the authority of the victories you have already won. You are carrying the weight of the oil pressed from your crushing seasons. You are carrying a word in your spirit that has been refined by fire. Do not shrink back now. Do not question whether you're ready. I have declared you ready. Move when I say move. Speak when I say speak. Be silent when I say be silent. Follow the cloud of my presence, not the crowd of opinions. My spirit will guide you into spaces you never dreamed you could occupy. You will stand in places of influence, not to build your name, but to reveal mine. You will carry my light into dark places, and atmospheres will shift because you are there, carrying me within you. Expect unusual favor. Expect resources to find you. Expect doors to open beyond your resume, beyond your network, beyond your natural connections. Expect to walk in rooms where decisions are made and know you belong there because I sent you. Expect strategies from heaven to be downloaded into your spirit, ideas, solutions, innovations that you know did not come from your own mind. I am filling your hands with what you need to build what I have called you to build. And know this, what I am starting now will not fizzle out. It will not be a momentary flash of blessing followed by years of regret. This is sustainable. This is generational. This is the beginning of a legacy that will outlast you. I am positioning you, not just for your breakthrough, but to become a breaker for others. You will pioneer paths where others only saw walls. You will open doors for those coming behind you. Do not despise small beginnings, and do not be intimidated by sudden enlargement. Steward each step with faithfulness. Steward each opportunity with gratitude. Steward each relationship with humility. This is bigger than you, but it's also for you. I delight in blessing you, but my blessing always carries purpose. My child, the lifting is happening now. The expansion is happening now. The fulfillment is happening now. Lift your eyes and see. I am doing it. Not next year, not someday. Now. Walk forward with boldness. Walk forward with joy. Walk forward with unshakable confidence that the God who called you is the God who carries you. The God who promised is the God who performs. I am lifting you beyond every limit you have ever known, and the best is still unfolding before you. My child, slow your heart for a moment and listen. I am here. I have always been here, but now I am drawing you even closer. You have walked through valleys you thought would consume you, but you have arrived here not by your strength, but because I carried you. You have pressed on when hope felt thin, and now I am bringing you into a space where striving ceases, and my spirit begins to breathe new life into your deepest places. Come to me, just as you are. You do not have to polish your prayers or perfect your emotions. You do not have to hide the trembling in your soul or the questions in your heart. I invite you to lay it all down before me. The fears you've hidden, the battles you fought alone, the disappointments you buried because they hurt too much to revisit. I am not afraid of your mess. I am not put off by your doubts. I am not distant from your pain. I draw near to the brokenhearted. I bind up the wounds that others have ignored. Let my spirit move through you now, touching the places no human hand could ever reach. I am lifting burdens you were never meant to carry. I am untangling the lies that wrap themselves around your mind, convincing you that you had to do this alone, that you had to be strong enough, good enough, brave enough. Hear me. You were never called to carry the weight of the world. You were called to rest in my arms and to walk by my spirit. Feel my presence covering you now, a tangible nearness that does not condemn, but comforts. Where fear tried to build walls, I am bringing them down. Where shame tried to silence your song, I am restoring your voice. Where hopelessness tried to steal your dreams, I am breathing life back into you. Not the life of merely surviving, but the abundant life I always intended for you. There is no brokenness too deep for my healing. There is no darkness too thick for my light. Even the places within you that you thought were beyond repair, those places are where I do my best work. I am not asking you to fix yourself before you come closer. I am asking you to come closer so I can heal what you cannot fix. My spirit is not a visitor. He is a resident. I do not come and go based on your perfection. I live within you because of my love and my covenant. I am a faithful friend, a constant guide, a sure foundation. Even when you felt distant from me, I was closer than your breath. Even when you wondered if I had forgotten you, I was holding you tighter than you knew. Let go of the fear that you are too much or not enough. You are not too broken for me. You are not too small for my plans. You are not too late for my promises. The enemy lied to you when he said you were disqualified. My blood qualified you. My spirit empowers you. My love secures you. Allow me now to touch the memories that still ache. Allow me to breathe into the dreams you gave up on. Allow me to whisper new songs over your life. You were never created to live in the shadow of your past. You were created to live in the light of my presence. Open your hands and release control. Release the timelines you created for yourself. Release the expectations that became chains around your heart. Let me write the story. Let me set the pace. Let me heal the places that still sting when touched. I am a gentle healer. I do not break bruised reeds. I restore them. I do not extinguish smoldering wicks. I fan them into flame. Feel the rivers of living water rising inside you, even now. Where you have felt dry, I am bringing abundance. Where you have felt barren, I am planting gardens. Where you have felt numb, I am awakening passion. My spirit does not bring fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Receive the renewal I am offering. Receive the joy that bubbles up beyond understanding. Receive the peace that silences every storm within you. You're being transformed even as you sit in my presence. Transformation is not reserved for the spectacular moments. It happens in the quiet exchanges of surrendered hearts. It happens when you choose to believe that I am better than your fears, that I'm stronger than your doubts, that I'm closer than your failures. You are not alone in this journey. You have never been alone. My spirit has walked with you through every valley, stood with you on every mountain, and now is ready to launch you into new places with the strength you have never known before. Breathe deeply now. Inhale my grace. Exhale the striving. Inhale my promises. Exhale the fear. Inhale my love. Exhale the shame. You are safe here. You are held here. You are being made new here. This is not the end, it is the beginning of deeper intimacy, stronger faith, and a life that moves not by your own might, but by the rhythm of my Spirit. You are being lifted beyond every limit, not by your effort, but by my embrace. Walk forward in the fullness of this encounter. Carry my presence into every space you enter. Remember, transformation is not something you achieve, it is something you receive. And you, my beloved child, are receiving it even now. My child, you have journeyed through the valley, you have waited at the threshold, and now you stand in the full light of my promises, beginning to break open over your life. Every step you took in faith, every tear you sowed in trust, every whispered yes in the dark, has led you to this moment. I am lifting you beyond every limit, not as a reward for perfection, but as a testament to my faithfulness. You are not stepping forward because you were always strong. You are stepping forward because you never let go of me, even when your strength failed. Now watch as I turn what was once a battlefield into a place of blessing. Watch as I use every broken piece as a foundation for something unshakable. Walk with your head lifted high, not in pride, but in confidence that the one who began this good work in you is faithful to complete it. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt. The same hand that carried you through the wilderness is the hand that is lifting you into the promise. Move forward in boldness. Move forward in trust. Move forward knowing that you are not alone. I am going with you into every new place, every new assignment, every new victory. The season of delay is over. The season of fulfillment has come. Step into it with joy, with expectation, with the assurance that nothing will be impossible for the one who believes. This is your time. This is your turning point. This is your breakthrough. You are not who you were before this journey. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are ready. And this is only the beginning. Amen. Before you go, my child, do not let what I have done in you stay hidden. Share this word with others who are still waiting, still fighting, still hoping for their own lifting. As you release what I have poured into you, you will see it multiply. Be a voice of hope, a carrier of light, a reminder that I am still moving in the lives of those who dare to believe. Stay connected to my heart, and you will continue to see greater things unfold. Not just for you, but through you.